Megan Roy. I'm a sports physio from Melbourne, Australia. I'm wanting to show you today a really exciting new product called Gripit Active K-Tape. It's a multi-directional stretch tape which can assist with joint function, help with muscle activation and support, as well as around tendons. So for today's demonstration, I'm actually going to show you around the thumb and the wrist for a condition known as Quervains. It can also have adaptations and modifications for other conditions around the wrist and thumb as well. Today I'll show you in particular for Quervains. So it's really important that you make sure that you position the patient in a correct position. For today's demonstration and using active tape, we're going to actually put the position of the joint into a shortened position. So for this, the thumb into a shortened position, bending the wrist back and thumb back. Okay, so you'll need to measure your tape, and we're going to go from the joint in the finger here, or in the thumb. That's going to be an anchor point, and then up along the wrist. Now you could also add a spiral technique to this to assist with supination for other wrist conditions as well. You might be familiar with intersection syndrome. Today it's for Quervains, so I'll actually follow up this line of the thumb through the wrist up into the forearm. Okay, so you're going to measure from the crease of the thumb here up to the forearm. Alright, so about 2/3 of the forearm is fine. We're actually going to absorb some of that length as we apply the tape. So you'll need to round the corners of the tape. The main reason we do this is just to ensure that any of the corners don't actually catch, which may lead to the tape peeling back on itself. So just saves hopefully making sure it sticks really well. You'll need an anchor point, so about 5 centimeters, where we apply the tape without any stretch. So applying on the top part of the thumb, and if you just gently smooth and mold the tape around the thumb, you'll see there that it's nicely curled around the thumb, so it's got a really good anchor. Now the glue is actually adhered by heat, so if you give it a really good rub as you're molding, you'll find that adheres really nicely to the skin. So if you peel back the paper, you've then got your tape allowed to move as we adjust the position of the joint. Now we want this into a shortened position, so pulling the thumb back, we're just going to mold the tape around the base of the thumb as we go, and applying the tape onto a medium stretch, the last part without any stretch, so the anchor point, and then if you just work your way back and just mold around the thumb joint there. Okay, so the idea is that the tape actually uses the stretch properties where we're actually encouraging the joint back into this position, so assisting the muscles and tendons that actually pull the thumb into that abducted position and extended position. Okay, so that's our first bit of tape. The second part I'd suggest you add is also a support band across here, because you'll notice that you can end up with a bowstring effect across the wrist joint there. So it just means that it actually allows the tape to adhere really nicely around there, and also gives a little bit of added support around the wrist. So if you just measure across the wrist there, we use a different colour today so that you can really see the difference. Tape. Again, just like all of our other techniques, trimming and rounding the corners of the tape. That's it. Don't need much stretch with this, it's really just to add an extra layer of support. You can also add additional layers of tape here too if you're really trying to give maximum support, so you could spray with adhesive sprays and then apply a second layer or even a third layer as well. So just applying the tape across where the base of the wrist is, minimal stretch, and each side without stretch on the ends, so each anchor points without the stretch. Okay, so you can see then as we go down into a stretch position, the tape's actually really stretching there as well, and if we let go there, there's a real recoil position of wanting to follow through with the way the tape's been applied. So really great technique for the wrist and thumb, in particular for Quervains. So have a go using Gripit Active.